Hey brother, in this video we're going to talk about how to know if your partner is cheating. Now some signs are obvious, some signs are subtle, but really we're going to just bring out the main points in this video and hopefully you'll find this helpful. The first thing to remember when a partner might be cheating is there's going to be a disconnect. You're going to feel like there has been some sort of a weird emotional wall. So there'll be like a distance. You might go and talk to your wife and all of a sudden she's just not really that present. And this is a symptom of the new shiny thing. She's going to be attracted to the new shiny object, which means she's not going to be attracted to you. And so what's happening is you're battling her attention. This new guy, this new interest, this new love is all she's thinking about. And so she's going to be distracted from you, and also she's going to feel guilty about it. So she's going to do this kind of pushing off against you. And you're going to say, what is this weird disconnect? What's going on? And she's going to say, oh, nothing, I'm just having a day, or I'm just sad, or I'm angry, or whatever. Maybe she'll look guilty, but you'll feel this sense of disconnect. The second one is, and this is what a lot of women will do, is that she'll start disrespecting you. Where she would normally be on team you, she's now not on team you. You're like, what happened here? She's on my team and like she was supporting me and all this stuff, and now it's like I can't do anything right. And she's creating all these conflicts. And the reason that she's doing this is because she's trying to get you to break it off with her. She's trying to get it to be like you're the problem. You're the reason that she's cheating. You're the reason that there's conflict and all these things. And if you were a self-respecting man, you wouldn't put up with it and you'd break up with her. Because this takes the onus off of her to have to do the breaking up. And so she's going to create this conflict with you because in her mind, you should be dealing with this. You should be standing up to her. You should be stopping this from happening. And also she's angry at you because she doesn't want to be doing this. She'd rather have this for you. So she's resenting you for not being that guy. And you're like, well, that's impossible. How can I be that guy? Well, that doesn't matter. She's having resentment towards you for it. And so she, on some level, gets to justify being with this guy by saying, why can't you be like this guy? And why can't you be like this guy? So fuck you and fuck everything you're doing. I can't believe I'm doing this, and this is all your fault. If you were that kind of guy, I wouldn't have to go after this guy, and then really the cheating is all your fault. Now we know this isn't true, but this is how she's justifying it emotionally in her mind. You'll also know that there'll be a shutdown. There'll be like a lack of detailed communication. Things will get a lot more generalized. Hey, what were you up to today? Oh, nothing much. Well, tell me what happened. No, I just kind of went to the store. And so she won't really talk to you and engage with you like before, right? There's this distance. She's created this distance between you and her life. She's trying to create this separation, this delineation of what's with her and you and what's with her and the guy. She's trying to compartmentalize. This compartmentalization is not solid. There's going to be a bunch of leak through. Because women's brains, generally, biologically speaking, are more multitask oriented. They're not compartmentalized like guys. Guys can do this. They can compartmentalize all day long. They can go to work and they can leave work at work. They come home and they say, I don't want to talk about work. I'm here, I'm home, I can compartmentalize. But with her, there's going to be some leaks coming through. And so what she'll do is she'll keep everything vague. She don't want to talk about things because she doesn't want to leak through what's going to happen. She's afraid you're going to find out. Because of this lack of connection with her and this separation, she's going to start picking up every little thing that you did wrong. Because she wants to justify her actions. She wants to justify that you are actually this piece of shit guy that was never anything good before. You were always a bad match, and she'll start rewriting your history. And this is weird. You'll be like, what are you talking about? We had a great time. We went to Disneyland, and then we went to Busch Gardens and all this stuff. And she'll say, no, that never happened. Or it did, but I didn't really want to go. You drugged me there with the kids. The kids didn't want to go. And you'll be like, this isn't true at all. This is objectively false. I have the photos and videos to prove it. And so what she'll do is she'll rewrite your history because she has to justify that you were never a good match, that this was always going to happen in the end and it just couldn't be helped. So one of the things she'll start doing is she'll start hiding your phone. She'll change passwords. She'll change her clothes. She'll start dressing different. She'll dress sexier. She'll start hitting the gym, start losing weight because she wants to be more attractive. And she wants to have communication channels with this guy. So she'll change the password. She'll get a new phone. Maybe she'll just keep her phone with her all the time. Maybe when she's talking to you, she'll just turn her phone just enough till you can't see it when you walk by. You know exactly what I'm talking about. She does this little tilt where when you walk by, and you're like, she didn't used to do that. Or she keeps it with her all the time. Maybe she puts it under her pillow while she sleeps at night, carries it with her in the bathroom. Like her phone never leaves her side. And then when you do get into her phone, you can tell that the passwords have all been changed. You're like, oh, she's doing something. The guy's like, well, it doesn't necessarily mean anything. Yes, it does. Because in a relationship, there really aren't any secrets. Now, you can have privacy, right? If I'm going into the toilet, that's private. You don't need that. But secrecy in an intimate relationship, the whole point of intimacy is to expose to each other and accept and love that, and it brings you tighter together. And so when she's hiding her phone, and she's gone for long hours, and she can't explain what she's doing and where she's going and who she's talking to, then you got a good sense that, yeah, something's up. And so all this culminating together, this hiding of her phone, the disconnect that you're feeling with her, all these little lies turning into big lies, And you're like, well, she didn't lie to me before. Why is she lying to me about this little thing here? And then just one lie after another, after another, after another. And before you know it, you're like, something's off. And you get this feeling in your gut. Now, if you've been cheated on before and you've gotten traumatized by the experience, you might get this feeling in your gut no matter what a woman does. And that necessarily can't be trusted. But if this isn't something that normally happens to you, and you can see all this behavior change, you're just like, I know something's happening, then trust your gut. Your gut's there for a reason. It's your intuition. It's your attachment to spirit. It's your attachment to the unseen, the telepathic, the things that are telling you, hey, something's going on. You need to pay attention. Now, even though you have that instinct with your gut, you need to back it up with fact. So make sure that you have some sort of proof or something before you confront her on it. Now, if you know your wife really well and you can tell she's lying, then yeah, you can absolutely confront her and say, hey, what's going on, and pin her down on it. But outside of that, you're going to have to get some kind of proof. Because what I do know is that from a partner who's cheating is they never admit it readily. They don't want to face the consequences of the truth. All right, brother, in this video, we talked about cheating. How to know if your partner is potentially cheating or if she's teeing it up for the next guy, doing the dick in a glass case, break in case of emergency, the other male orbiters. We know a little bit about infidelity here at Genuine Attraction because that's what we do. We got a program called Broken to Badass. Anyways, if you like this video, hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.